All right, are the parties ready on Jason Montes? Court is calling 2024 CR 5800 State versus Jason Montes. Hello. Could I have parties announced?
Ed Cano for the defendant, Mr. Montes.
All right, everyone, make sure you keep your voice up so the court reporter can hear. And are you Mr. Montes?
Yeah.
Counsel, have you received all of the discovery? Did you review it with your client?
Yes, ma'am.
Court will find that the state is in compliance with discovery. Are there applications in this case?
No.
All right, Mr. Montes, did you review the true bill of indictment with your attorney?
Yes.
Did you understand it? Did you understand you're charged with the offense of robbery? That's a second-degree felony. Range of punishment is anywhere from 2 to 20 years in prison and up to a $10,000 fine. Did you understand?
Yes.
Are you satisfied with the way you've been represented?
Yes.
Are you a U.S. citizen?
Yes.
According to the plea, punishment is to be assessed at 6 years in the prison. There are no applications, and the state will take in consideration 2024 CR 2944. Did you understand that to be the plea?
Yes.
Court will accept into evidence states exhibits 1 and attachments and review the same. All right, after reviewing states exhibits 1 and attachments, court will find there is sufficient evidence to find you guilty, and the court will find you guilty. Are you proceeding with sentencing?
If that would be, we would like that, Judge. We would
All right.
PSI.
So I find this all very interesting and strange. So he's on San Pedro and cars are driving and he tries to jump in a car that's driving by. And then I see that he's previously been referred for a competency report. What is his criminal history?
I don't recall that he's got this burglary charge while he was out on bond on, Your Honor.
A burglary of a building.
Yeah, right. And but as far as the competency evaluation, he was never found incompetent. So I requested an evaluation because he did not recall much of what happened.
All right, what's going on with you? What's wrong with you?
Because I got high on drugs, and then I felt like suicidal. So
What drugs have you been taking in the past?
Meth and weed and synthetic, and so I started feeling suicidal, and I started jumping into cars, and then that's when I ran into the lady, and I don't remember physically harming her, but she said I did, and so that's when I got locked up for her because they called the cops.
All right.
She called the cops.
When did you start using drugs?
When I was 13 years old.
All right, what's his criminal history?
He has a misdemeanor marijuana conviction and a reckless injury to a child misdemeanor conviction.
All right, so do y'all think it appears to, how old are you?
25.
All right, it appears to me, I have before me a 25-year-old who's using psychedelic synthetic drugs. I just find it strange that somebody's trying to jump in a car that's going on San Pedro. And if it's where I think it is on San Pedro, I don't think the speed limit is, 20 miles per hour. So do y'all think probation is inappropriate in this case and maybe he needs to go into inpatient treatment? Because we can go off the record, depending on what drugs he's using, if he's huffing paint and then the synthetic stuff destroys your brain cells, it's prison, and he keeps smiling. I know it's involuntary.
No, because I didn't.
So anyway, just a second. So he keeps smiling and doing this straight, and his eyes are very strange to me, the way they're focusing. So I don't know. And y'all tell me if I'm wrong. This is y'all agreement. If y'all agree for him to go to prison, fine. But I don't know if this is a situation based upon what I've read in the police report and based upon what you all are telling me his history is. I don't know if prison is the place for him. Maybe the place for him is safe P followed by whatever to help him get past the brain cells that have been destroyed.
Yeah, well,
So
yeah,
if
so
you want prison, I will send you to prison. If y'all want to renegotiate perhaps and have him take a different route, but either way, you're not leaving court today. If they decide to work out something different where you get probation, you're going into custody and you're going to safety to get your brain and your mind right. What I can tell you, I don't think there's anything, once brain cells have been destroyed, I think they're gone. You're just gonna have to compensate some kind of other way. You understand? So I just find it strange, the tattoos on the eyelids and the other tattoos, and then he's running along San Pedro trying to jump in a moving vehicle. So if you want the 6 years prison, I will give you 6 years in prison. If y'all want to renegotiate and see that maybe with his brain cells being destroyed, maybe probation, I'll give you probation. So y'all want to go discuss that?
Yeah, sure, Judge.
All right,
And
thank you.
that's not really our way of discussing.
Yes, so what are we doing?
Tony is contacting.
Okay.
This is kind of how we got sideways the first time, but he's, that's what he's doing. I'm waiting on him to come back.
Okay, all right, thank you. All right, Jason Montes. All right, we're back on the record. Oh, was the court reporter there? All right, I can't see around the computer. We're back on the record in 2024 CR 5800 State versus Jason Montes. Could I have parties re-announced for the record for the state defense?
Ed Cano?
And you're Mr. Montes.
Yes.
All right, so the plea still stands. The only thing that has changed is he's applied for a deferred adjudication. And a part of the plea bargain agreement is that the state is recommending deferred adjudication. They're taking in consideration 2024 CR 2944. And there's to be restitution, if any, to Nancy Boteo. Did you understand that to be the new plea? Defense is at the plea?
Yes, Judge.
State is at the plea.
Yes, Your Honor.
And outside the agreement, the state is asking that your deferred adjudication be for a term of 8 years. There be a TAP evaluation, 120 hours of community service. There's to be no contact with Nancy Boteo in Club 12. And did you understand, if I were to grant your application for deferred adjudication, if for any reason your deferred adjudication were revoked, I could find you guilty, sentence you up to 20 years in prison and up to a $10,000 fine? All right, knowing that, do you wish to go forward with this plea as opposed to the 6 years in the prison?
I'd rather do 6 years in prison.
All right, then he
Okay.
wants the 6 years in, you want the 6 years in the prison?
I do the prison.
All right, so he wants the 6 years in the prison. Okay,
Well, I do the probation for right now.
no. This is what's gonna end up happening. And I understand, and I'm having patience with you.
Okay.
We can go off the record. So I understand that synthetic drugs have done a little number on you. All right, so this is what I want you to understand. There are 2 choices you have here today. And there are only 2 choices. There's no third choice. And something is going to happen with your case today. Do you understand? Now, let me just tell you what your 2 choices are. First choice, you go to prison for 6 years. You understand?
Yeah.
Second choice, I give you probation and try to see if somebody can reprogram you and help you with the brain cells that you've destroyed from using drugs. So that would mean that maybe there's some mental health issues that are developed because of your use of drugs, right? And then get you help with using drugs. So those are your 2 choices, prison or probation.
I think do the probation.
Now, let me let you talk to your client just a little bit. And if you could work through the haze and the fog and make sure that he understands.
Yes, sir.
What about the probation?
All right, and that tattoo on the side of your head, does it say no cap? All right, is that like no cap, like I'm not accepting a cap of anything, or is that you don't wear a cap?
Set cap of it.
Okay, so it's a good thing your agreement wasn't a cap to anything because he's not accepting that. All right, we're gonna go back on the record. So this is what the court will do. Do you want the deferred adjudication or do you want prison?
Take the probation.
All right, so this is what the court will find, that the defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived his right to jury trial. I'm going to sentence him to 8 years deferred adjudication. Take in consideration 2024 CR 2944. There to be no contact and restitution, if any, to Nancy Boteo. Do you have any children? How old are you?
25.
All right. Do you have any family support? Mom in your life, anybody in your life?
They're present, Judge, his mom and dad.
Hi, he needs a lot of help, okay? So what, he's gonna end up going to get evaluations at the jail. So once those evaluations are finished, is he welcome to stay with you all or no? All right, if you two could come up, please. All right, I'm not gonna put you under oath. I don't think it's necessary. I'm just trying to get some information. All right, so has he ever had any type of mental health issues or anything else going on in his life?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. All right, what issues?
A lot of drug use. A lot of, he talks to himself a lot from a very young age. He'll wander off for 3 or 4 days at a time. And a lot of drugs at a young age again. So
So let me ask you this. At your home, are there any people there who are underage?
No.
No. All right, so if he were allowed to stay with you, who would all be in the home?
just me. Just the parents.
Okay, and what is your name
Jason Montes.
and your name?
Rose Roman,
Rose?
Rose Roman or Roman,
Okay.
yes.
All right, so this is what I want to let you know what's going on here. I think there's some issues going on here, so instead of sending him to prison, we're going to try to get him some help. Now, it's going to take a while because evaluations take a while. So I'm going to grant his application for deferred. He's going to go back to the jail. At the jail, they're going to interview him to see if he has any mental health issues. They're going to interview him to see if he has any drug issues. They're also going to interview him to try to determine maybe if the drug use, the synthetics, or whatever else he's doing has messed with brain chemistry and brain cells. So it's going to take a while. Probation is here, and probation will take your numbers and everything so that you'll know what's going on at the jail. He's an adult, so you won't get a lot of information, but probation will come out to visit you at your home to make sure everything is going okay with him at your home. Okay?
Yes.
All right. Do you have any questions?
I don't, I mean, I don't know.
I have a question.
Sure.
When he's released to us, is there anything I could help him with, like report and things like that?
Yeah, you can. If you'll just make sure that probation has your information, and probation is going to give you the probation number. And with that number, if you have his name, his SID number or case number, you can call if there's an issue. In this court, I want people to be successful in probation. So if there's an issue where you see he's starting to fall off track, it's best to get in contact with his probation officer immediately so we can try to get him back on track. Otherwise, he's looking at 20 years in prison.
I would like to also add that, I hope we can help him with mental issues like you stated, because I've seen him numerous times have a full-blown conversation with himself.
Okay.
And answering himself and crying and laughing, and I'm like, I don't know what to do. I tried my best getting him all types of help. So,
All right, we're gonna see what we're gonna do, and I'm gonna set up some things for him, like the Center for Healthcare Services and all of that. Okay,
thank you, Judge.
all right, you're welcome. And Ms. Abrams, can you raise your hand? That's probation. She's the one who's gonna end up going over conditions with him, and she'll give you the number to probation so that you can call. But probation, once he's placed with you, probation is gonna come out to your house because I require them to do field visits.
Yes.
So just know that they're gonna be coming into your house to see how he's doing.
This one.
All right.
Yes.
All right, thank you.
Yes, thank you.
You're welcome. All right, it's gonna be 8 years deferred adjudication, taking consideration 2024 CR 2944. As previously stated, no contact and restitution, if any, to Nancy Boteo. He's to reside with, could y'all whisper in the box? He's to reside with Jason Montes and Rose Ramon upon release. We'll do a referral to felony drug court. That's to be in custody. TAP evaluation in custody. MIC eval in custody. There's to be regular reporting by Zoom or in person. Regular random UAs. Proof of employment or SSI within 45 days. No employment as a home healthcare provider or with minors. 120 hours of community service restitution. And probation, that'll be probated. I think the main thing we need to make sure is that he has the mental health and the drug issues under control. All right, thank you. Field visits 1 time per month until further notice. Well, no, it's a no contact order with Mary Nancy Boteo. Did you all want a no contact order with Club 12 or you all want him to do Club 12? Or is the burglary of the building related to the Club 12?
That's the complainant.
Right.
Well, we'll do, whoa. See, because he may need to do 12-step program. What is the location of that building?
102 James Drive. James is Thames.
All right, there's to be no contact with 102 Thames Drive. Is there anything else you need from the court to be successful? All right, good luck to you. We can go off the record in this court. Communication is key. I know there are a lot of issues going on with you, but you got to follow through. You understand it? All right, thank you. And everyone, please confer. Hello. How's it going? Good.
Hey, so I was in a Zoom hearing yesterday.
Mhm.
And I hit the more option on one of the buttons on the bottom. And guess what popped up? An
What?
option to disconnect your audio. And that is the thing that you need to do
That's how you do
on
it.
your iPad. So that might be an easier way. I didn't know.
Okay.
Zoom's always changing the program, so that's
Okay, so just click more.
that's a new thing.
Well, the
And-
only thing that one doesn't do an update, I don't think.
oh, really?
Yeah, at least I don't think so. But we'll
could
check
still-
it out
It could still be on there. Just
Okay.
check the settings.
and just
all
do
that.
more.
I suspect there may be a way to have that be your default.
Oh,
in-
please,
In the settings, but
you are welcome to try. You're like, no.
I'll let your capable IT people take care of that. But it is an option.
Okay, awesome.
I was like, that was the first time I'd ever seen that, so I think it must be an update.
Okay,
So anyway,
all right,
hopefully that'll
thank you.
kill the feedback.
All righty. I appreciate that so much. Can you believe that, Bashan, Jason? That's my regular routine to run a 5K, so it's nothing special.
It's a free one, Judge.
Okay, you know what, Bashan? The gauntlet has just been thrown down.
He hasn't met us not one time. Not one time, and they're free.
But here, why have you not gone with the 187 for the 5K? Well, they have one coming up Saturday. Okay, so
No, what he is asking, he hasn't joined either.
you haven't done a single one. I've even got out there knowing that somebody may need to carry me, but I still made it. Oh, yeah, okay, we need to do the turkey trot. I like that.
It's a District Court Heroes 5K this Saturday at Port San Antonio. I'll forward it.
All right, do we have to wear a hero outfit though?
Judge, when have you worn an outfit?
I'm gonna go with Storm. You know, Storm has some major powers people don't recognize because of the way they play her in the, you know, the movies. Yeah, but in the comics, she and Jubilee really bring the fire.
I thought she was pretty strong in the movie. She was like controlling the weather and lightning.
Yeah, but see, there's more to her powers than just controlling that. Like she can call on the earth and do certain things.
Oh, okay. We need to check out those comments. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. You act as though we were working on Saturday and Sunday. All right, could I see the file on Mark Morgan, please? Mark Morgan, where are you? Come forward. No gum chewing? So, Mr. Morgan, The state has filed a dismissal in your case. The reason they put for the dismissal is there's a witness that's not present that they need in order to prove their case. So whatever brought you here today, don't come back for this. You understand?
I don't normally come back.
Okay. All right.
Yes, Judge.
All right.
Definitely have that conversation. as
Thank
well.
you.
All right. Thank you. Thank you for dressing appropriately for court.
Maybe excused, Your Honor?
Yes.
Thank you.
You don't mind, Judge, I'm gonna ask my client, if she's okay to stay and she's got a.
Oh, we'll have her sit in the chair. That's okay. All right, court is calling 2022 CR 3083, State of Texas versus Araseli you can have a seat.
Thank you.
Could I have the parties announced for the record for the state
Jason, get your hand, Your Honor.
defense?
Raymond Martinez.
And are you Araceli Robles? Did you review the document entitled Motion to Enter Adjudication of Guilt and Revoke Community Supervision with your attorney? And did you understand it? All right, you're gonna need to keep your voice up so the court reporter can hear.
Yes.
Are you the same Araceli Robles who was placed on deferred adjudication in 2022 CR 3083 for the offense of possession of a controlled substance, penalty group 1, 4,200 grams, on May 9, 2022 for a period of 5 years? Is that you? All right. State?
Yes, Your Honor. First, Your Honor, we're waiving, the violating conditions number 1, each of them.
And there are 2 number ones?
There's 3 number 1s.
All right. Any objections to those waivers?
No, Your Honor.
Would you like me to proceed with the
Yes.
violating condition number 2, on or about the 20th day of September 2023 in Bear County, Texas, the defendant,
Araceli.
Araceli Robles did in there fail to submit the drug testing as directed by the court officer, supervision officer, and or duly authorized agent of the court in violation condition number 2.
How do you plead to that? True or not true?
Violated condition number 2, on or about the 13th day of December 2023 in Bear County, Texas, the defendant Araceli Robles did in there fail to submit the drug testing as directed by the court officer, supervision officer, and or duly authorized agent of the court in violation condition number 2.
How do you plead to that? True or not true?
Not true.
Violated condition number 2, on or about the 31st day of January 2024 in Bear County, Texas, defendant.
Oh, just 1 second. If you could slow down a little bit for the court reporter.
On or about the 31st day of January 2024, Bear County, Texas, the defendant Araceli Robles did in there illegal use of controlled substance and methamphetamine, violation condition number 2.
How do you plead to that? True or not true?
Not true.
Violated condition number 2, on or about the 22nd day of April 2024 in Bear County, Texas, the defendant Araceli Robles did in there failed to submit to the drug testing as directed by the court officer, supervision officer, and or a duly authorized agent of the court in violation condition number 2.
How do you plead to that? True or not true?
Not true.
Violated condition number 2, on or about the 13th day of May 2024, Bear County, Texas, the defendant Araceli Robles did in there failed to submit to the drug testing as directed by the court officer, supervision officer, and or duly authorized agent of the court in violation condition number 2.
How do you plead to that? True or not true? She's pleading true to the last one.
Yes, Judge.
Pleading true to that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Did you understand by pleading true to the last violation, number 2, the court could find it true, grant the motion, find you guilty, and sentence you up to 20 years in prison and up to a $10,000 fine? Knowing that, do you still wish to plead true to violation of condition number 2? All right, then the court will find that violation of condition number 2 true, and that's the violation that's stated on May 13, 2024. Any objections to the waiver of the other violations?
No, Your Honor.
All right, then your client then is withdrawing her plea of not true, correct? For those violations, since the state is.
Well, since they're banning them, yes, that's fine, Judge.
All right, so then the violations that are waived without objections are 1, 1, and 1, and 2, 2, 2, and 2 will be waived without objections, and the court will allow your client to withdraw her pleas of not true. All right, then is there an agreement?
No, there's not.
All right, state, what are you requesting?
The state's going to request a revocation on it. I know that the agent is recommending safety, the state would be recommending revocation.
All right, defense, what are you requesting?
Judge, we're requesting that she be continued and that inpatient treatment either be held in abeyance or maybe possibly put on her probation for a time when she can actually do it. I know probation is interested in her doing that. That's one of their recommendations. As the court is aware, she has new number ones pending, which are an obstacle to her going to inpatient. However, that could theoretically be resolved at some point. The reason for the delay at this point, Judge, as you can see from her condition, she was in a very serious car accident. Not in the very recently, within the last couple of months. What was the date? Well, been longer than I thought, July 30th. She has a broken leg. She's currently being treated for an infection in the bone. They've got her on a series of medications. So for her to go and try and do that right now, that could have very damaging effects to her treatment. It doesn't look that bad and she's able to get around, but in fact, it is broken and the doctors are concerned about the infection that is currently ongoing. And so she has been reporting to probation. It's my understanding that she's been clean recently, and I think she can stay on that regimen. She's also involved in some civil litigation regarding the car accident. It wasn't her fault. She got hit pretty hard by a big truck. And so it's in her best interest long-term that she get her medical treatment, number one, that she comply with probation and with her lawyers and stays clean for purposes of the civil litigation. But she also understands that there's going to be sanctions from the court, and we're not asking the court not to impose them. We're just asking that we do them in a fashion that addresses everybody's concerns.
All right, any objection to the court reviewing the court summary?
No objection.
No, Your Honor.
Oh, well, let's call Ms. Salcedo as well.
Yes.
Good morning. Good morning, Your Honor. All right, could you raise your right hand for me, please? Do you solemnly swear and affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do.
All right, you can lower your hand if you can state your name for the record.
My name's Yvonne Michelle Salcedo.
Any objection to the court just asking general questions?
No, Your Honor.
All right, so her answer may be a narrative. How was she doing on probation before this motion to revoke was filed?
Ms. Robles was reporting, like she was supposed to be. She was showing signs that she might have a substance abuse problem because she was testing positive and there was a confirmed test. She sometimes failed to submit her UAs when she was supposed to. And so every time I would ask her when she was reporting, to be honest, and if she could just admit that she was having issues so that we could get her the help she needed. And I also tried to get her to attend some of her support meetings. And she was trying, but she got arrested. So that's where we ended. The next step, if she had been arrested, would have been for me to have recommended safe SADOC, the substance abuse treatment facility.
All right, so you said she was trying. What actions was she taking to try?
So she did submit some sober support signatures that she was attending sober support meetings. She was reporting once a month on a regular basis. She would contact me if she could make it and we would reschedule her. But she always kept in communication with me. So I had a feeling that she wanted to stay on probation. She wanted to really get through it. But at the same time, she did have substance abuse issues that she was denying.
All right, any other questions from either side?
Nothing to say, Your Honor.
No, Your Honor.
All right, thank you so much for coming in. Is this witness excused?
Please, Your Honor.
All right,
Yes, Your Honor.
all right, you may be excused. Thank you for coming in. All right, so this is what's going to end up happening. Number one, if I were to continue you, you're going into inpatient treatment. And it's not going to be held in abeyance. So with regards to this leg of infection, what medical report do you have about that?
I have to take a 12 weeks antibiotics.
No.
But do you have the report?
Oh, yeah.
Any objections to the court reviewing?
No objection, Your Honor.
All right, this antibiotics for 12 weeks, when did it start? And when does it end?
It started on
Because I have a date of admission for surgery as 10/25. So it says take one tablet twice a day for 12 weeks.
I think she's been doing it for the first couple of weeks, Judge. So she's 2 weeks into the 12, maybe.
Well, it appears that they gave her this October. Do you have your medication with you?
not.
Why wouldn't you have it with you? It's supposed to be taking tablets twice a day, so you would have to take it in the morning at least.
Yeah, I took it in the morning.
All right, so what I'm telling you is it appears that this medication was given to her on October 25th.
No,
Okay.
I was admitted on the hospital. I got discharged on,
Yeah, because what it says here is they gave you this medication on the 25th. That's what it says. That a list of your medications are all on here from October 25th.
I think they discovered the infection based on my conversations with her after she'd already been released from the hospital.
If you don't want to review that.
I apologize for my text, Judge, but court in 390 is calling me.
Okay.
I'm just
No
telling
problem.
you, I'm just telling you I'm here.
And
Judge,
so
I'll
by the
refer to
court's
court.
calculation, the 12 weeks will put her the week of January 6th.
On page 5 of 13, Judge, it indicates that she has a follow-up on this on December 16th in regards to the infection situation for them to review how she's doing.
Anything else from either party?
Nothing else from.
All right,
the
and state, and you're still requesting revocation?
Yes, Your Honor, and if not revocation, there request safety, and if not safety, it's drug court.
All right, this is what I'm thinking of doing. We can go off the record. And this is what I'm weighing. I realize that infections, when you have a broken leg, they're very serious. And this is not really a death penalty case. So what I'm considering doing is ordering that she goes to safety, and she'll need to report to court on December 17th. And then do a referral to felony drug court to see if felony drug court will accept her. And the referral to felony drug court is going to happen today. They're going to do a referral for that today. So you'll be doing the process of felony drug court. Do you understand?
I'll explain to her, Judge.
Judge, I do want to make sure that you're aware that we did refer her back in 2022 and she refused to participate. So I would like the court to strongly encourage
All right.
participation if she is accepted.
Here's my question for you. Do you want to participate in felony drug court? That's either yes or no.
I'm not sure she understands what that means, Judge.
All right, that means you know what it means. And let me just tell you why you know what it means, because you were interviewed before for felony drug court, and obviously you have a drug problem. That's why we're here, because you're not doing your UAs, and then they waived it, but you've been tested positive for meth as well. So these are your two choices. Well, actually, three. One, I can send you to prison. You don't have to do felony drug court. You can go to prison. They have a prison hospital, and the prison hospital will give you medications. Either your leg will remain or you will lose it. Or you can be interviewed for felony drug court. If you get over there and you tell felony drug court you don't want to be in felony drug court, you're immediately going to safety. So my question for you is, do you want to be interviewed for felony drug court or not? I don't understand why that's a difficult question. Guess what?
She wants to be referred for felony drug court, Judge.
All right, we can go back on the record. This is what's going to happen. I'm going to deny the motion, alter and amend conditions that she's to be referred to felony drug court. If she tells felony drug court that she does not want to be in felony drug court, then she's immediately going to safety. All right. And if for some reason felony drug court doesn't accept her, we're going to have a hearing to see if she's immediately going to safety. Does everybody understand the court's ruling?
I do, Judge. I'll make sure she does.
All right, so I'll deny the motion. Alter and amend conditions to include a referral to felony drug court. If not accepted, then she's to be brought back to the 187th. Bashan, on that case, does it need to be extended at all?
Judge,
I think.
currently expires in 2027.
Okay, all right, well, good then.
Do you want to set her a compliance hearing in December though?
Yes.
Or-
So we can put that for, I think, December 17th, because she said she has an appointment, I think, on the 16th with the doctor. We'll put it the week of December 16th, whichever date you think is best. Oh, compliance, I'm sorry, compliance for the felony drug court.
Will felony drug court and an update on the medical situation?
Yes, well, she said that her medical, she's not gonna have an update till, I think she said December 16th.
Okay,
Where's Miss Robles?
she went outside, Judge.
All right, I think she said December 16th, but if we can set it after that and then find out what felony drug court has said.
The Behar County Drug Court Program provides intensive supervision and treatment interventions to high-risk drug-abusing offenders who show a genuine desire to break the cycle of addiction. Drug court targets offenders who meet the definition of high criminogenic risk and needs and who demonstrate a willingness to participate with the judicial system, treatment providers, and community supervision in addressing their substance abuse addiction. Participation in the program is voluntary and required participants to enter into an agreement that mandates compliance to all program rules. The program has an average range of 18 to 24 months for felony offenders and 12 to 18 months for misdemeanor offenders. The vital aspect of the program is an intensive outpatient treatment for all participants. Felony participants will receive intensive outpatient counseling from Elite Counseling. Misdemeanor participants can receive counseling from various community resources.
Judge, what's happening with Janet? I don't know. Jason. On her other cases, what is, on the other cases for Araseli&Robles, what are the plans for those cases?
Well, Judge,
Because felony drug court is not gonna accept her.
I realize that, and I was gonna bring it up, but I was gonna review them to see what type of cases they were. I mean, I know there's 2 drug cases and evading.
Okay.
It depends on how much.
Okay, all right.
And so I can review those and then, I mean, she can still get evaluated. is that-
Oh, yeah,
okay.
she'll still be evaluated, and then maybe,
that'll be determined of whether I can, if I'm willing to. But
Yeah.
she's on deferred, so.
yes, and then it's something for you and the defense to discuss.
Yes.
All right, thank you.
Uh,
All right, Ray Espinoza.
I'll follow your honor on behalf of Mr. Espinoza.
All right. So on this case, I'm assuming you all have all of your discovery
We do, Your Honor.
and an offer has been tendered.
An offer has been tendered, Your Honor. I need to discuss it with the client, but I have a feeling we're not going to accept it.
All right, so how old are you? 19? So I'm gonna give you a plea deadline date and I'm taking into consideration your age. So we'll come back on. Norma, recall this on December 16th.
Yes, ma'am.
We'll come back on December 16th. At that time, you'll need to let the court know whether or not you've reached an agreement with the state. You understand? If you haven't reached an agreement, your next setting is going to be a trial setting.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, anything else?
Thank you, Your Honor. No.
All right, so if you all can do an acknowledgement of discovery for me on his cases. All right, thank you.
And you said the
16th,
December 16th?
yes.
Thank you.
Oh, Denny, you're hiding back there.
Whatever you say, Your Honor.
All right, so Ms. Venegas, if you can come forward, please. All right, it's the court's understanding that you wish to have a bench trial? And you understand what all of that means?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. State, on this bench trial, how long do you think it would take?
In half for 2 days. Well, it's a bench trial. Oh, we have 4 or 5 witnesses, Your Honor, and that's including the drug handler? Yes. Okay.
All right, so do you all want to confer with Ms. Ferguson when you all would like to do the bench trial?
Sure.
All right, so if y'all would confer on a date, so we won't do your case today since it's going to be a bench trial. Your attorney in the state will confer with the coordinator to see what's the date that works best for everybody involved, okay? Thank you. All right, and then Norma, if you could see if we could perhaps do this before the new year, if possible.
Thank you, Judge.
You're welcome. Have a good one.
Sure.
I mean, obviously, I think it's.
Hi there. How are you?
I'm doing great.
Good to hear.
How are you?
I just found out I'm an AFib.
Yes.
Some sort of, I had it 17 years ago. They actually stopped my heart. I was dead for 30 seconds. They started back up, have any problem, and now it's back. So,
Oh, it's gonna be good.
yeah, it's fine.
So let me ask you this, when they stopped your heart, did you see anything?
I don't remember seeing anything,
Okay.
but they'll tell you, I had this massive burn mark right here and in my back
Oh my gosh.
when they, so
So they do it to stop your heart?
they stopped my heart, they reset it and then they hit it again and it starts up and stayed in rhythm for 17 years. So
Oh,
big fun.
wow. So, Riot Aguilar,
I just saw him right there.
come forward. Hello.
How you doing?
All right, thank you for dressing appropriately for your trial.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, state,
Jason.
I got it.
okay. Are you all ready on Riot Aguilar?
No, Your Honor, we'll be submitting a motion.
All right. And I'll await your motion.
I want to object.
Okay. I've seen objections before to motions.
You want to step back? You want to? Wait right here. Okay.
They're doing it now.
Okay.
Well, I'm sorry to hear that, but like I say, I know everything is gonna turn out
Oh,
right.
it'll be fine. The worst part about it is my wife's not gonna be like, okay, just,
Well, no, it's good your wife is like that because that means she cares,
oh, well,
you know?
I'm such a hypocrite. She's like, this doesn't work without you. I'm like, "Ah."
Oh, hey, that is just like from, the movie, the McGuire movie,
Yeah,
where you had, they thought something had happened because the football player had.
right.
She called Jerry McGuire and she's like, you don't understand, this doesn't work without him, we need him, and so.
Yeah.
It's good that your wife feels it doesn't work without you.
Yeah, well,
I used to see her all the time out at the
campaigning.
polling places, yeah, it's always nice to see
So
her.
really funny, my dad was the county commissioner here for 30+ years.
Mhm.
And when we got married, she said, if you run for anything, I'm divorcing you. So
And then you're like, our son will.
first time Tommy, she's all over it. She's like a duck in a June bug. She says,
Oh, yeah, I run in her at the polling places. She's always so nice.
well, thank you.
Which I always tell people, see, people can get along.
Right.
And so I would always come out there and sometimes, I'm in territory where people are like, yeah, not her. She's like, yeah, Stephanie's great. So your wife is always,
Well, thank you.
it's always fun.
Thank you.
Yes, thank you. Always.
That's on the other case.
All right, thank you. Thank you. I usually run into her at Brook Hollow.
Yes. What was the guy's name? It was the House, Speaker of the House in the State House, lived over in Animal Heights. Ken, whatever it was, he was out there campaigning, and he said, you need Thomas Mom's pack to win this. This is her. Her.
Oh, she's awesome. We would always take photos there.
Yeah. And she's put up with me for 40, whatever years,
How many years?
44 years.
Oh, wow. All right, we need to give her a medal
I've said that more than once.
and honor her at Commissioner's Court. All right, so what they're saying, they filed a motion to dismiss and they're saying they can't prove it beyond a reasonable doubt. Here's the thing, things happen in our life and we got to figure out what can we learn from this. So I hope you've learned something from this. And if you have anger issues or whatever, you need to get that under control. You understand? And the complainant that's involved in this, you probably should not be around them at all. You understand?
Yes, ma'am.
So don't take this as you're going out and celebrate. You understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Take it as a learning experience.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You have a good rest of your day. All right, Travis Mann. All right, so are you all ready to proceed on Mr. Mann?
Yes, Your Honor.
Yes, Judge.
All righty. Just have a seat and we'll start with the jury trial. Which case are you all proceeding on?
Judge, it would be the evading. I mean, if you want to proceed on both, yeah, we could proceed on both, Judge.
Okay.
That's what was my understanding.
As long as they don't object.